Hello there, Bozzuto's employees. Mark Espinosa here from the United Food Commercial Workers Union Local 919 based in Farmington, Connecticut. I am the president of the local. We have attempted to address you folks in the past. We've had a campaign ongoing for over a year now. There's been a lot of interest from your fellow workers in terms of trying to get us to that point where we might be able to file on your behalf to have an election to be union certified so that we could then begin bargaining a contract on your behalf. A lot of things have happened in the last year and a half. There have been a lot of tactics employed by your employer to stop, if not to change your mind, to try to unionize. Most specifically, we speak of the two charges that we have filed unfair labor practices against your employer on behalf of two of your fellow employees. One being Patrick Grecian and another being Todd McCarthy. We believe they were treated unfairly. We believe that they were discriminated against for their attempts to help organize and unionize the plant in which you work. And the system is slow, the system is long, and it takes a long time sometimes to get the justice that is so deserved. Sometimes the employer can fight and can argue and can attempt to stall the process, and we are still in battle at the National Labor Relations Board in order to try to achieve some type of a satisfactory settlement on behalf of those two former employees of your company. Most recently, though, we've seen a great interest coming out of those of you who do the deliveries. The truck drivers have reached out to us and felt that, you know, in our last efforts, they may not have been included in the process. And apparently there was information given to us that the Teamsters had attempted it to unionize them a couple of years back. Your employer was able to fight that attempt, and those of you who did and were fortunate enough to receive a raise a couple of years ago, we're wondering, you know, what has happened since that time? Have your situations and your conditions and your benefits been improved? Again, in a campaign like this, we will see that the company will begin to start noticing you more. They may want to talk to you and let you know that, again, in their opinion, there's no need for us. We are only a third party. We're an outsider. We're an intervener. We're not going to help you. Well, the bottom line is we're going to negotiate a contract once the process has taken place. Cards need to be signed to show a general interest. The cards are then submitted to the federal government. The federal government will then certify that it is a legitimate unit that seeks representation. The vote is taken, and then we begin the process of bargaining on your behalf. A lot of times the company will tell people and workers that, you know, the union will negotiate less than you currently enjoy. Well, I'm not sure which union would do that. This union would not do that. I don't know where the sense, where the benefit would lie in terms of us trying to bring back something to you that is less than you currently have. Our objective is to improve your standard of living. Our objective is to make you feel more secure and more appreciated in your workplace. So you're going to hear a lot of things. You're going to hear a lot of mistruths about the union, any union, not just this local 919. In general, the company will use what they do: scare tactics, intimidation tactics, try to dissuade you from keeping your eye on the ball, from making sure that all of you, as many of you, stay together, because the part of the union is all of us working together. We are a small force, and we're up against a large employer, and many employers out there, bigger, way bigger than us, have far more resources than we do. And unfortunately, many of the laws are more in favor of the employer than they are in, even though there are labor laws established in order to try to create a more balanced and fair playing field. So what we can suggest and what we can encourage you is to keep talking, contact the union, look for our website, go to the Facebook page, talk to our organizers, try to gather as many people together as is needed. Get a question and answer period going with us. Let's talk. We're not here to make promises that we know we can't keep. Your employer will definitely tell you at some point in time that the union will make promises, or ask the union if they'll say this. We're not going to promise something that we have no ability to promise. We know that once a contract is negotiated, if your employer is acting in good faith and negotiates the contract properly per law, then you will have something to stand by. You will then have something to look at, a concrete image, a substantial package in writing signed by both parties, us on your behalf and your employer. And that's the document that you live with and work with for the next 2, 3, 4 years, whatever the case may be. So what I'm saying to you folks is that in the meantime, you're going to be subjected to a lot of different types of attention from your employer. Some of you are totally dead set against a union and don't believe that joining a union or forming a union will help you in any way, and that's your choice, and this is America and we respect your right. Those of you who think that there's a possibility that things could get better, well then this is the way to go. We certainly know that improvements have been made over the years in union contracts. The particular contracts that I speak of is with Stop and Shop. In this, not only this state, but all up throughout New England, the 5 major local unions of the United Food Commercial Workers deal with Stop and Shop, have dealt with Stop and Shop for many decades, and have faithfully represented those employees to give them a better standard of living, to ensure that there's some type of an insurance plan that they can count on, that there is a pension plan for when they no longer work for their employer. And there's just decency and security, simple stuff that we would try to fight for on your behalf, things that you would tell us, things that you would require, things that you feel are important. We're not going to create those items for you. We're not going to tell you what's best for you. You're going to tell us so that we can go then as your representative, your agent, to go to the bargaining table and try to achieve those. But remember, it's not automatic. This is all dependent upon how willing your employer is to bargain, to sit down, to talk about the issues and see what we can achieve. And first-time contracts are certainly not easy. And first-time contracts certainly don't always get everyone what they're looking for. You have to build upon the successes of a first-time contract. And the next time you renegotiate, you could do something better. And the art of negotiation is giving and taking. However, in a first-time contract, we really have nothing to give. So all I'm saying, again, is that we are here. We're available. We're here in Farmington. This is our office. This could be your office. We represent over 8,000 employees in the state of Connecticut. We represent over 1 million people nationwide, including Canada and Puerto Rico, the United Food and Commercial Workers Union based in Washington, D.C. Don't be discouraged, don't be dissuaded by hearing things meant to do that to you. Talking nonsense about dues and fees and all those other things, that just takes away and detracts from your subject. The fact is that dues will never be charged to you until a union contract is signed. We will work for you until such time that the contract is not only negotiated, but approved by you through a vote. That's the truth, and that's how it works. And as far as initiation fees, they will tell you all the big bad stories and scary ideas about initiation fees and fines and assessments. That is definitely more propaganda geared towards scaring you away from your ultimate goal. There are no initiation fees charged to folks like you who are first-time joiners of this union, and that's our guarantee. Those are the things we'll promise to you. Anything else is speculative, and anything else that your employer may tell you is going to be based on trying to let you live in fear and uncertainty. Do not let them take any power that you have away from you by utilizing fear tactics. Don't believe everything that you're going to hear in this campaign. Please call us. Please write to us. Please email us. Get in touch with us. Find out. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. All you're going to hear is an answer. You may not like the answer, but we'll be ready here to discuss any matter with you. We'll do the best job we can to represent you. I thank you for letting me have this opportunity to discuss this with you. God bless you all.